Today we're looking at the brand new movies coming out this month of May 2021. And some of them are decent looking, and some of them look kind of stupid. So either way, we're going to talk about them on this hit or miss episode of the JoshPod. Welcome to the JoshPod. I am your host, Josh Simonji. And before we get started on today's episode, we're going to read actually a comment that I got. This comment is from the 23rd episode of the JoshPod. Jungle Cruise is also racist? And this comment comes from Guac Poppy. And Guac Poppy comments, Josh doesn't cry, he waters his beard. Well, Guac Poppy, I'll have you know, I like to water my beard quite a lot. If you have a comment on this topic that I have discussed, or past topics that we've discussed on the JoshPod before, comment down below, I want to hear about them, and you too might have your comment read on the next JoshPod live. Alright, so this episode of the JoshPods can be like the last one where we discuss the movies that are coming out this month. So let's jump in and talk about the movies coming out on May 2021. In May 2021. The first movie coming out of interest is Spyral, which comes out on May 14th. This movie is apparently a spin-off of the Saw movies, and which I guess makes this the 9th Saw movie total. The only really interesting thing about this movie is Chris Rock is in it, and he's actually acting in a serious role. And I think Samuel L. Jackson's also in this movie too. So it should be interesting to watch, or very uncomfortable with all the gore, violence, and torture porn. So anyway, this movie is R-rated, just a heads up to all you parents out there, and it again comes out on May 14th and is available to watch only in theaters. The next movie we're talking about is The Army of the Dead. This movie comes out on May 21st, and it is an R-rated zombie movie starring Dave Bautista, aka Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. The plot is that Drax has to go to Las Vegas with fellow contractors to collect some cash money, baby. But soon they realize that the whole city of Las Vegas is infested with zombies. But not just any zombies. These zombies are actually smart, and like they have their own like community or something like that, and they're zombie tigers. So that's kind of cool. This movie is directed and written by Zack Snyder and will come to select theaters and to Netflix on May 21st. Alright, and then we got two movies coming out on the same date, on May 28th to be exact. The first movie we're going to talk about that comes out on May 28th is Cruella, starring Emma Stone. Yeah, this is kind of like an origin story of Cruella, and it kind of gives off like a Joker vibe, like, oh, let's look at her slowly start to lose and become crazy type thing. I don't know, it seems weird. But again, this movie is PG-13. It comes out on May 28th and is available to watch in theaters and also on the Disney Plus's Premier Access. The last movie that we're going to be talking about is A Quiet Place 2, and that also comes out on May 28th. This movie picks up right after the first A Quiet Place, where we're following Emily Blunt's character and the two kids. I won't spoil it here, but you can put one and two together. You're like, I thought John Krasinski was in this movie. Well, he's directing it, so that's kind of cool. I really enjoyed the first A Quiet Place, so I'm really excited to see what they do with the second one. But there's not a lot to go off of. There's just a few trailers that are out there. The one trailer that I was looking at, it looks like they're meeting more people in this area. Like there's more people that are alive, and I don't know, maybe a community or something? I don't know. Well, I'll just have to wait and see. A Quiet Place Part 2 is a PG-13 movie, and it comes out on May 28th and is only available in theaters. Yeah, that's probably the movie I'm most excited about in this whole entire list. So, yeah, it should be entertaining. And speaking of entertaining, the JoshPod. Thanks again for watching the JoshPod. If you like this episode, be sure to comment down below. If you're on YouTube, you might again have it read live on the next episode of the JoshPod. What movie are you looking forward to this month? And what movie are you possibly looking forward to next month of June 2021? If you're an audio listener, thanks again for listening. You can rate this episode of the podcast, and you can also find the audio-only version on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and the iHeartRadio app. Thanks again for listening and watching this episode, and I'll see you guys next time here on the JoshPod.